How's it going, everybody? Just getting everything set up here. I have a whole new setup, actually. So, new camera, new microphone as well. So, hopefully, you can hear me. I'm going to pull it up on my end to make sure that I can hear myself. And hopefully, you'll be able to as well. Let me try to set this up a little bit different. That's a little bit better. So, yeah, I haven't gotten a new phone in like 5 years, and I finally got one. Very excited about it. The camera on it is fantastic, so hopefully you'll notice improvement in the quality of the videos. Maybe even an improvement in the quality of the live stream now. I'm not sure, but bear with me while I get set up here. If you guys have any questions on anything, feel free to go ahead and ask them now. It could be about my life or about Kittanning or about what we have going on right now. I'm pretty much an open book. No topic is off the table. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments now. I'll get to them in just a moment. Okay. Can you guys hear me okay? Just let me know if you can hear me. It looks like it's all right on my end, but I want to verify just because this is a new microphone, new camera, and I'm not sure. I just want to make sure everything's coming through loud and clear. From what I can hear, it's actually decent quality, so I'm pretty excited about that too. I never spend a lot of money, but I got a deal on a phone. I switched to Xfinity for my cell phone service, and they had a deal on new iPhones. So I actually got an iPhone 12. It's pretty crazy that I have a phone this nice. I'm not even really sure what to do with myself. But I've been running on an original iPhone SE, which is like a 5-year-old phone at this point, as my camera setup, and then I also have the my LG G5 with the microphone on it has kind of been a little bit wonky for a couple years. So I don't use it very often, other than to shoot B-roll or something like that. The camera on it is still good, but the audio was just not good. So this is my new thing. The live stream actually looks significantly better already. So very excited about that. So let's see. We got Riley in the house. Riley's the first one here. Summer's here. Roger's here. Can hear well. Okay, good. Glad you guys can hear me. Meatloaf says door curtains. What? Yeah, it's like it's a double door, and this is our living room. Faces the road, so it's like curtains over it. But they're like I don't know, the ones you can pull and they draw across. So they're not like up all the time. It's just at nighttime. Riley says, "Do you live by the river?" I live, relatively close to the river. I don't live in Kittanning anymore, so I used to be right in Kittanning. Now I'm a little bit out in the country, so I'm a couple miles from the river, but I am here. Meatloaf says, "Okay, now I understand. Don't want the deer peeking." Yeah, absolutely. The deer are really nosy. If you don't, if you give them an inch, they take a mile, so to speak. So you got to keep it locked up tight. The deer and the bear, you definitely don't want the bear coming into the house. Chipmunks are okay. They mostly mind themselves. So, anyways, had a fantastic day today. We had the people at church put on a pastor's appreciation potluck. It was our first potluck that we've been back in the church. Obviously, with COVID, kind of put a break on everything, but they set it up really well. So they had people serving all the food, serving all the desserts. We actually did communion for the first time since early March. So it's kind of like, it felt like a normal day, even though we have more and more cases going on in our county and around the country. It at least felt normal for half a day at church. So that was really good. Riley says, "Can we meet tomorrow and do for a video?" Maybe. Riley, are you the one that messaged that you said you missed out when I caught your was it your brother or something was in the last video? Yeah, we could probably do that. depending on what you want to do. I mean, do you just want to you just want to shout out in it or what? Or do you have an idea for a video we could do in downtown Kittanning? I'm totally up for that. I mean, I'm up for either one. So yeah, just let me know. My office, yeah, I'm the State Farm agent in downtown Kittanning. So if you come to my office anytime tomorrow between, say, I don't know, 11 o'clock and 4, you'd probably be able to catch me there, and I would be happy to get a clip of you for the video, unless you have something bigger. But if you have an idea, feel free to go for it. Also says, what church do you go to? Is it in Kittanning? Yes, I definitely go to church in Kittanning. I'm one of the pastors at Living Water Church, so we are at 629 Woodward Avenue. We're right along the trail, going in towards Wick City. So, anyways, the question of the night: what can we do for? Oh wait, hang on. So, I get out of school at 2:70. Oh, I have an idea. Okay, well, pitch your idea. Go ahead and put it in here, or send me a note or send me a message on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Any of those, they're all good. Todd says, when are you posting our Super Checks bubble hockey games? I did post them, so they're on already. Well, the edited version of it. I'm not going to post like the full length version because that would probably bore people. But yeah, it's there. I posted it shortly after we did it. So, question of the day: what can we do for the rest of the year? I'm asking this to you, and I'm also telling you what my plan is. If you guys have any other ideas of what we could possibly do, I would be more than willing to hear them out and see if we can do something more, something greater. But my plan is these 3 projects. I really want to get the mural fundraising completed by the end of the year. I would love to have that completely 100% funded. The first mural project, which would be the Typewriter Hill mural over by Typewriter Hill. We have the spot secured. We need about we need a little over $10,000 at this point to make that fully happen. So that's definitely on my high priority list. The other project that we're working on, we actually have to raise almost $100,000, and so, but that's going to be well worth it. That's the one that'll be announced very soon. I'm not 100% sure on the day, but we're coming up closer and closer to it. It's a project it's going to transform how we deal with addiction in the county, and it's going to provide another opportunity for us to just help people that are caught in this cycle of addiction, and not just help them in the ways that they're already getting help, but help them in a way that's going to get them connected to employment, that's going to get them the counseling and the support that they need, and that's also going to introduce them to the church and to Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior. And so it's going to be extraordinarily exciting. I cannot wait for it. And then this Wednesday, set to close on a building. So we have this new building that's going to be in downtown Kittanning. That's going to be open and available commercial space. And so I'll be working on that. Well, not so much working myself, but I'm planning to have other people working on that to be able to, to open up another commercial space downtown. It seems like every time that one of these commercial spaces becomes available, something good has happened with it over the past few years. There's a lot of empty storefronts downtown, but what people don't realize is that basically every single one of those empty storefronts is already owned. The problem that we have right now is that the borough still is not enforcing their vacant structure codes. And so if they would do that and begin to send out these fines, then we would maybe see some of these buildings start to move. But the Rite Aid building, the Hutchinson's Jewelry building, the G.C. Murphy building, and the tall green building that used to be the Gold Shop, all 4 of those are the 4 main buildings that are on Market Street that are empty, that make Market Street feel like it's not vibrant. All 4 of those buildings are owned. They're all locked up. They're all not for lease or for rent in any reasonable way. The G.C. Murphy building technically is, but they continue to they want exorbitant prices that are way, way beyond what the market will bear in Kittanning. And so those buildings, they're essentially locked up. They're not going to go anywhere unless the city begins to do what they said they were going to do. So hopefully we have that going on very soon. And I just want to make one more space available, because how can a new business come in if none of the buildings are available? So we're gonna do one of those. It'll be like a big experiment for us. It's a pretty expensive experiment to undertake, but I believe in the future of Kittanning, and I do believe that it's going to be a good investment in a very short period of time. I think it'll be a good investment right off the bat. But I think over the long haul, I think it's going to be very good for the community, and hopefully I won't take a bath on it financially. Um, so, anyways, what do you guys have planned for the rest of the year? The other thing that's it's interesting. I'm not sure how it's going to pan out, but it'll be the whole COVID situation. Will they do another shutdown? What's going to happen with the election? It seems like that's still up in the air in some ways. There's all kinds of lawsuits going around right now. Will one of these states get disqualified? Was there any election fraud at all? And if they do get disqualified, no one's going to get 270 electoral votes. And if that happens, it's going to go to the Congress is going to elect the next president, which would be absolutely insane. My assumption is that Kittanning would stay fairly calm throughout all of that. But man, can you even imagine if Donald Trump wins the second round, what the backlash is going to look like from that? It's going to be absolutely insane. And then at this point, you have all of well, I guess there was a big rally yesterday in Washington, D.C. as well. So it's already kind of like high tension in our country. And I just wonder, will it kind of get pushed over the edge, or will we kind of walk back from the brink of these left versus right mentality that we seem to have taken on as a country? So you got all that going on too. Todd says, "Really? I'm gonna go check the videos." Yeah, let me go check the name of it, and then you can have a better idea. It was the one where it was the one about Wayland Park. That was quite a while ago. Let me go see. Yeah, so it's called Revamping Wayland Park. Here, just let me put the link in the comments. Sorry. All right, there's the link, buddy. Should be in there. Super chat. Thank you, Tyler, for the $2. Appreciate that, man. That's always exciting to get a couple dollars towards the channel. That's actually, like, I made enough money over the past couple months that actually paid for this new microphone. So that's pretty cool. And the phone isn't going to cost me anything. I'm actually paying less on my bill with 2 new phones than I was paying with Sprint, which was already a pretty good deal. But now I have better service, I have way better phones, and I have all kinds of cameras now. They're all phone cameras, but I'm also getting another video camera. So I'll have one that I can lend to the church, which I technically bought the church's video camera too. So I guess I have lots of cameras right now. Let's see here. So Meatloaf says, "What is in the frame on my wall?" That one right there? It's just like a decorative thing about love, I think. And then we actually have all kinds of pictures in the house now. So hung up all these pictures over the last few months. So that turned out really good. You guys haven't really seen all the house projects, but over the summer, during summer serve, I actually repainted our entire first floor. for the most part. There's a couple rooms left. And what else did we do? Well, all the projects outside during the summer. You saw that too. In the spring, when we had the lockdown time, I got a lot done around the house. Sorry, Tyler. I didn't read your message. Bruh Chungus moment. Um, I don't know. I don't even know what that means, to be perfectly honest with you. Um, I know PewDiePie would always talk about Big Chungus, but I never even looked it up. Not sure what it means. It might be something terrible, and I shouldn't even be saying it. I have no idea. Let's see here. Summer Funrise says, "Do you think we will be celebrating Chinese holidays soon?" I don't think so. Although, you just never know. Things we learned this year, if we learned anything, in the spring of this year, we learned how quickly economic devastation could come to the United States. We have relied for so long on our economic and our military power, and that economic situation can change in just an absolute moment, and everything could be different overnight. Do I think that's going to happen? Probably not. I don't think we're there yet, but I do feel like our stake as a world leader, as the United States, that time does appear to be coming to an end. I don't know how much longer that's going to last, and there will probably be some kind of awkward peace between world powers. You look at us and China. The EU is certainly one, but they're faltering as well. So it's really the United States and China that are kind of vying for this world power right now. Um, and I don't see I don't see a time where the United States is going to be extraordinarily dominant in the way that they have been over the past 50 years. Um, like I said, that time seems to be coming to an end. And unless we kind of get away from our protectionism, especially when it comes to immigration, I think that I don't see us being able to catch up, just purely population wise. The United States actually needs a significantly more a significantly larger amount of people, and it's my personal opinion that we should ramp up legal immigration like through the roof. Teach people an American value system and be the greatest importer of talent across the world. I think that would be one of the best things that we could possibly do. I don't think there's the appetite for that in the country right now, especially from the Republican side, even though we should be for that. As Republicans, we just don't seem to be. Um, but yeah, we just it's an interesting time to be alive. That's all I'll say. But regardless, as long as you know God, as long as you know Jesus as your savior, as Christians, we shouldn't really be overly concerned about that. I mean, it doesn't mean we shouldn't be ignorant of it, but we shouldn't let it control our thoughts or control our emotions or affect us too much of a way as far as that goes. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Trying to think what else. So for the remainder of the year, we'll also be helping people through the church. It looks like DKI is going to be doing a modified version of Light Up Night. So there'll still be some different sales downtown, but there won't be like the big event downtown. The event's actually going to be in the park. But one of the really great things is we're getting all the snowflakes revamped in Riverfront Park. So we should have basically brand new Christmas lights for this year. That's a huge project that was undertaken this year, and it looks like it's actually going to get done on time. So very exciting to see that happening. So there's still progress happening on that front. I would like to do like a big downtown business video because if I really believe that we all need to try to seek ways to support our downtown businesses during the holidays. Like anyone that's on my Christmas list is probably going to get a ESPRA, gift card, and I'll go to two short gals and shop for some different things, and then go to 700 shop, probably buy some stuff for the music store, like all those kinds of things that we have to look for ways to, instead of getting people gift cards to Olive Garden, go to Yamato's and get them a gift card to Yamato's or Meredith Inn or any of these other great local restaurants. Like we have to start thinking in that way so that we're not neglecting our small businesses. That's important during any other year, but this year especially, when so many of them were hit so hard for several months, we have to begin to look at creative ways that we can make sure that our businesses survive this year. If they can survive this year, they're going to come out on the other side stronger and better for it. But they have to survive this year. If they don't, obviously, it would be a devastating blow. I was really nervous that Yamato was not going to come back because they were gone for so long. When they did finally reopen, it was like, we haven't lost any downtown businesses this year, which is amazing. And so, how do we make sure that that continues? We don't want to take any. We can't afford to take any steps backwards. I'll just put it that way. It doesn't mean that we couldn't come back, but man, we have this forward momentum, and it was so difficult to get to this point. You just don't want to lose that momentum. And so, how can we make sure that 2020 is a year not marked by failure, but marked by grit and survival? So. Let's see here. Riley says, just added you on Facebook. Very good. I'll make sure to respond to that here in just a minute. Todd says, I could be wrong. I think the snowflakes were bought for the Mothman movie. I'm not sure either. I know that they always keep one red bulb in the one by the bridge. That's specifically in like memory of Mothman. That's like a tradition. So I believe that they did buy one red LED bulb, so they're going to continue that. But other than that, it should be they'll be like the same style as they were before, but they'll be much brighter and more modern looking. I think if we could get them to change the lights on the bridge, that would be the state of Pennsylvania. If we could get them to upgrade those lights to LEDs, it would make the entire downtown look brand new at that point. Because you have all the lights in the park are modern, all the lights downtown now are modern, and then if you had the bridge as well, it would make Kittanning look that much more brand new. And so Riley says, "Are you happy the Steelers won?" I haven't watched a single Steelers game this year. No, that's a lie. I did watch a little bit in Deep Creek when we were there, but I haven't sat down and focused on Steelers. Uh, I'm assuming you're saying they won today, so does that mean they're 9-0? Which that's kind of surprising to me. I didn't think they were that good, but evidently this might be their year. It'll be interesting to see him come up against some of the bigger teams in the AFC. I'm thinking of like Kansas City. I guess they already beat Baltimore once, but they have to play them again. So it's just going to be. We'll see if they can hang on to it. I know the one game that I saw, they didn't look very good at the end. I forget. Oh, the Dallas game, they did not look very good. So the Steelers' problem historically under Mike Tomlin has been like they play down to their competition. So they play up to teams that are good and they play down to teams that are bad. And that's just a recipe for failure when it comes playoff time. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Why did I just call out my own life? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. Like that I don't watch football or that I'm boring? uh, I think that's all I got, you guys. If there's any other comments or questions, go ahead and put them in. But Riley, I'll catch up with you on Facebook. Other than that, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I hope you have a great week ahead. Be watching out for more videos. They're piling up on my computer, and there's a lot that are near completion. So probably will have some Kittanning videos this week, and then I have 3 vacation videos. I won't put all those in a row, but I'll probably just like release one a week for the next few weeks to kind of get those out of the way. But they should all be pretty cool too. And then we'll have obviously these announcement videos coming. I'm supposed to close on this building on Wednesday, so be looking towards the end of the week for a video on that. That's going to be an exciting announcement that I'm very looking forward to. And then the week after that, hopefully we'll announce the third big project, and then we'll have them all rolling at the same time. It's going to be crazy end to 2020, but it's going to be a real blessing, not only for me and for you guys, but hopefully for the entire community as well. All right. Have a good night, guys. God bless you. See you next Sunday. And thanks for allowing me to test out my equipment on you. I'm glad that it works.